A first down throw, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. Thomas has got it. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do is they'll run it here. And this one will be taken.
Hola, señor Sonny.
Hola. Series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Very gross.
The Panthers out there and
So much energy shit over
using
here.
just a little bit of the edge
Disgusting.
after back-to-back punts.
And a wing, man, disgusting.
They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And this passing game,
If you can give me something else.
last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Fuck you.
I hate my fucking quarterback.
Oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity.
Yeah, I hate your quarterback too.
Oh my god.
He sucks.
He does. He fucking sucks bad.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy
trying to fit it into more, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over.
Collected. Already collected. I didn't collect it. Yeah.
That's now a second
This
interception
is
in
weird.
as many weeks from his linebacker position.
It said that I already collected a treasure pack for today, but
Probably haven't given it enough time since you played yesterday.
that's stupid. I have a hemlock.
A Hemi.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You're welcome.
On that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. Use mentality of your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move.
Why are you spinning?
Why not?
Interesting answer.
Those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, it's Darnold. Flushed out right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold, and Thomas has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice time.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 27, Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd down and 7. Darnold. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to Mixon on second down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Throwing again on second down. Burrow loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Second down at 5. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a second down at 6. Darnold from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them. Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on. EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Thomas. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They run the counter. Mixon.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Darnold to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Darnold. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Flush to his right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Give him 3